Danny Newton also despised too. There's like a lot. Her anxiety, not like because it was a bad movie, but mainly because her anxiety was like just through the roof. A John Woo movie. You know, this is actually not terrible. I'll lose out on 1,000 HP though. Comes to armor. Technically, this would be more geared towards me. It'd be a lot better than what I have currently. I think we'll holster on this. We also lose off on 149 armor on top of that. You end up doing a decent amount of damage. You get some damage reduction. I also lose a solid chunk of armor. I'll get bonus damage for marksman, skill damage, and cutthroat skill damage. Man, I don't think this is a bad bad one to invest in. I'll just lose a solid amount of tankiness. I knew you were gonna say that. I hated for a simple reason they that alone was enough. Like regardless of whatever they did. Literally, me and my brother and cousins went to go see the movie together, and we all walked out of the theater and said they did a milk dirty. Came home and told our parents not to watch it. Were your parents big on Mission Impossible movies? I have to rewatch it. I don't know. I'm just not sure if long hair Tom Cruise is my thing. Oh, speaking of, I did watch a Tom Cruise movie recently. I watched Jerry Maguire, and then it started making me think of what's my top 5 rom-com list.
Unusual, but a good addition to my web.
I also was curious on the acting direction Tom Cruise had for Jerry Maguire. Show me the money. Your dad was huge on Mission Impossible movies, really? Early 2010s had a lot of that, taking a big name Indian actors and then turning them into jokes or giving them bit parts, and it was foxing disgusting because it felt like bait and switch every time. After 4, not so much. Yeah, I wasn't like too pressed in seeing the movies after Ghost Protocol. Like I think I saw, was it Rogue Nation? But what's the one? Let's see. There's 2 movies that came after Ghost Protocol. I saw the one immediately afterward. The one that's with Henry Cavill. I missed that one. And the worst part about it, I could barely remember the premise for each one of them. 11%. You like the one with Henry Cavill? That's what I heard too. But I couldn't tell if it was because Henry Cavill was in it or because it was actually a solid movie. That critical strike damage being at 58.8 is kind of really hard to ignore. He's a good actor who actually looks like he can fight. Yeah, I started to grow more I think after I start seeing Henry Cavill in terms of like his personal life, how he approaches like his interest in tech stuff and like nerdy stuff, I started to like appeal to him a bit more versus like him in Man of Steel I was not much of a fan of, and him in Justice League definitely just threw it further out. Well, him in Batman versus Superman threw it further out on a limb for me, and then Justice League kind of sealed it. But I was like, I can't tell if this is the script writing or if he was like a rough actor. I couldn't get a gauge of it. But when I started seeing like more of his like personal interests and stuff like that, I start to become like, ah man, this guy's actually pretty cool. What would I put with this? I would have to debate on that. Also, let's upgrade some stuff. Mission Impossible 2 was such a weird movie. And that's mainly because of John Woo. John Woo was just going ham. Watching it as a kid was fun, though. Oh, that's why exploit's there. What is this? Mission Impossible 2 is the chef's kiss. It's basically the best Mission Impossible movie ever made. Oh man.
I have the best of everything.
This dungeon has problems. Just killed another MacGuffin, and it resulted in all enemies spawned by said MacGuffin getting frozen in place.
See you again.
Oh, we don't have enough material for the other stuff. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll probably invest in the weapons then. We get another 4% of vulnerable damage. I think that's reasonable. Speaking of which, John Woo, I need to watch Hard Boiled again. Mausoleum. I actually haven't paid attention to, oh, that's a pretty cool looking dude. Wait, I got another... I thought I already used it. Oh, I guess not. Oh, I didn't. Sucks that I'm doing this and I probably have to respec in the future. I think one thing I wish with the Paragon boards is they had a way to like mass respec instead of like individually take back a node. Almost makes me not want to like invest in a node. And then 16 nodes later, you're like, ah, crap, I need to actually go back to that. I know Lou, he hosted a John Woo movie. I think it was called Bullet to the Head.
What is this?
It was quite the time. It was quite the fever dream. Maybe not. Lots of big Diablo streamers are asking for a refund all buttons for Paragon boards. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, so it's the reason I said that because there's one build I was looking and then it kind of like updated itself from like a third board to a second board as the one I should have been working on, and I was just like, ah, that's awkward. And I forgot, I didn't even know you could rotate, or I didn't know how to rotate, even though they said in the instructions to rotate it X amount of times. So I was like, crap. Well, that sucks. Oh, that's hard. Show me their health bar. Show me their health bar. That's what she said. Is that what she said, Totes? Your soul is mine. Second kill MacGuffin doing the same thing. I'm literally alt tabbed in a room filled with mobs and elite, and then the only reason the elite moved was that it was a teleport. That's interesting. Come on. There we go. Here. They want bugs reported on the forum. There wasn't an option to report a bug in the game. Is that just easier? I just need 4 more. Less messy than reading through thousands of the same reports. Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Oh my gosh, Ends. You saw the trade for Bradley Beal, didn't you? Oh yeah. I say, how does Katie get this lucky, man? Mix has a reason to be happy again. As a Suns fan. The rich gets richer. Yeah, strong possibility he goes back to being a Clipper. Hey, I've seen teams win without a bench.
You'll do just fine in game.
It just comes down to which stars you have that are made of the right stuff to make that happen. I'm not saying it's easy. Just seen it happen. Oh, we broke 8 million. There's teams that had a lot of their money go into their main stars. I mean, the Heatles did. Technically, the Warriors became that when they added KD. Like, yeah, they had people who contributed from the bench, but they didn't have a great bench to begin with. They were still like, when I say not a bench, like I'm talking about top heavy teams. Like every team has a bench to some degree. But in a sense of like a super team, it's like you could still win. It just comes down to like if the team is like made of the right stuff and doesn't complain about like an injury or two. I like the Suns. Who, I think it's just the way your team is just constructed. I don't know if it was like a sustainable top heaviness for you guys. So hey, let's just add more firepower so we don't have to rely on KD all the time as a second fiddle to Devin Booker when he's cooking. And then the one time that Devin Booker is off, you guys just look absolutely terrible.
Well, I would like that.
Whew.
You can still use these.
I wouldn't say that. The Bradley Beal move is actually a really big deal. And plus you offload CP3, someone who's consistently been injured during the tenure. That was actually a really, really big deal. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like, it's annoying that the Suns were able to literally have a plus trade. Like, they gave almost nothing away. Yeah, you gave veteran experience and 3-point shooting from Shamit for Bradley Beal, who is like been consistently available and stuff like that, and is known throughout the league as like a reliable offensive threat. So it's just like, I don't know. That's a big win. I don't know. They're going to just try to go for Dame and go from there. Honestly, Draymond Green is an unrestricted free agent. I think he would do really well in the Heat system. We would just probably ask him to not shoot as many threes, to be honest. Only one handler of the bench, and then they get some bigs. Oh, yeah. It would have been awesome if we got some... I think Draymond Green would help mitigate that. Like smart defending. And he's used to being a 5 when needed to be one. I'm not saying like just make him solely a 5, but like just not solely rely as Bam as our only defensive anchor in the paint. And Jimmy handles the perimeter. Now you get some more flexibility. And a lot of ball movement flow. I honestly feel like Draymond Green would thrive as a smart defender in the Heat system. I know you don't want to see him anymore. I'm actually not like I don't look down on Draymond Green's game. Even with his on-court antics. It's funny. The heck? Or is it because I didn't pick up the stuff from my stash? Okay, guys. Okay. Force me to pick up what I have. Oh, got the helmet again. It was 13. Poison imbuement. They really want me to have poison imbuement. And I probably might extract this. I don't know what to drop from that. What if we do this in the NBA? Every year the top scorers have to retire from the NBA and move to a new all-time great league. It'd be a weird league. I would say that. Just make a major and minor league of baseball, but like make it so people are forced to move to the majors once they get good enough. That's kind of what the G League is, though. But I think you want a more what would be the right term? Active proponent of moving. Then when they hit 36, take them out back and send them to the farm upstate. That's that used to be what the big three was. Used to be what the big three was. We'll probably just drop this.
If you want work done, let's get started.
Oh, unstoppable for 4 seconds. So we have that for you. That's 28. 40 to 20-second cooldown. What will be the cooldown on this? Oh, you get 25% movement speed and can move freely through enemies? While unstoppable and for 4 seconds after, you gain 25% increased movement speed and can move freely through enemies. Is this when you proc unstoppable? Is that what that means? Sounds interesting. To rely on the condition that I'm unstoppable from another perk to trigger that. At 36, just make them do farm work for the rest of their lives. That sounds terrible, Mix. Oh god. Like literally, they're just doing farm work. Just go from earning millions to picking strawberries or something. That's something I could see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar doing. I don't know. I can just imagine just selling the league on that. Somebody actually bites on it. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Did I think I was serious at all? No. But it was interesting to just follow along. I was just like, what is this? Somebody probably thought you were a visionary, though. Hey, hold up, hold up. This guy's onto something. I just want to play the game without lag. Just let me do it. Just let me have that capability. Should know about like that 99.9% sports is just trolling. God dang, bro. Straight up exploded.
Need more time.
It's a fast snake. Ticked off they showed off the cool wolf mount with Astaroth, but all the mounts in the games are just reskinned horses. Yeah, that's actually a fair point too.
By the light.
It would be pretty interesting if you had something like alternative.
I had little hope that you... Truly, we are in your debt. This will bring...
How did you feel about the Astaroth
May the
fight?
light guide your way. They drank
Is that
water
normally how
out of
cases
a
goes
simple
ends?
pot. Probably a wayward creature, drowned in the well.
I'm curious how far is my motivation to continue investing, keep tweaking stuff during off seasons and wait till there's a season. Oh man. 7 out of 315. Oh, I haven't even tried to look for Lilith altars here, have I? Oh man. Yeah, there's a huge amount of places I haven't been to. Go up here. The closest area would be... Actually, there's another spot kind of here. Try to go here. The free-to-play levels are where you get the game buffs. I think with the whole battle pass type season they want to do, they'll theme it a certain way and have corresponding cosmetics and all that. Mechanic was killed by a marauder. Oh man. Actually.
Need more time.
Mix, you don't touch rom-com movies at all, do you?
Need more time.
You're like, that's something I just steer clear of. Not alone, no. With a lady friend, perhaps. That hasn't crossed my mind at all. Mix is ladies man 217. Are you ladies man 217?
Need more time.
Okay. Get me out of there. Jesus. I met my friends on Friday and one of them thought I had joined a throuple for some reason. Dang, is that the impression you give? I feel like it'd be so exhausting to maintain a throuple lifestyle. So much attention you have to give, not just to one person, but to another. And then not only that, you have to battle like your own social anxiety and acceptability, trying to convince other people. Well, not even trying to convince other people, you don't have to. Well, I know that's the reality for a lot of people. They want that acknowledgement at least. Whenever I read Diablo, I think of Diabolo. Did y'all have those? Storm, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. You're usually napping at this time. I hope you're doing well, bud. I hope you had a great weekend. It's great to see you. Look around real quick. Is it down there? Possibly. Might have guesstimated maybe right here. I'll have to go the long way. That's cool too, I guess. Had an evening shifts last week, so I took the next couple of days off. My sleep schedule is kind of foxed. Hey, man, I got you, bud. I got you. You're in the right place. You'll be happily put to sleep in this stream. Happily. Thank you, lag. Diabolo. Hope you're well too. Oh, thanks, man. I'm holding up. I appreciate the shared sentiment. Wait, am I close enough to the one in here? Yeah, I am closer to this. Be closer to. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Be looking like here. Yeah, I'll be up here. We are closer here. I'm holding up. Is that good enough? Hey, man. I take that as a win. I take that as a win. Enduring our the way our world is going. The fact that you're holding up, that's a win to me.
Need more time. I need more time.
Fair, I agree. I also realized there's a lot of vernacular sort of terms I come up with on my own, and I still just toss them to people as if it's just known. The amount of visible confusion I see on people's face or in chat, I can't help but chuckle sometimes. Down there? Can I reach you? Man, you suck. We'll literally have to go to the other side. ¿Qué pasó, near? Visible confusion. Mainly they have the huh reaction that Badger loves to post on me. Game, please. I do that too. Sometimes I just make up words and hope others know what I mean by that. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Far is this off of here? Right here? How would I get there? All the way around. We'll just teleport. How about that? We'll make it a little easier for me. How are you doing, Nier? I hope you had an awesome Father's Day. Man, it's crazy. Daughter's birthday is pretty close to Father's Day. Do you end up celebrating both if it ever like coincides? True. What's the one game? Is it called Spectral Blade? I've not heard anything of that game since it switched its name and released a trailer after switching its name. I was impressed by the chocolate taste. Was given a tasty butt chocolate vanilla cake. I don't know how I should respond to that, Nier. That's quite the statement, bud. A tasty butt chocolate vanilla cake. That's a statement. I bet you were looking like Chocolate Boy when you're done with it. Storm, do you play Diablo? Do you dabble with this game? And oh, another dagger. It's been a while since I had a dagger drop, I'm not gonna lie. Doubt it would outclass my current weapon, but we'll see. 184. Ricochet. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. It's probably more or less outclassed because, oh, this will go to the sword too. Yeah, I don't think the sword will lose out on that damage. Hey, bro, Shiki, how you doing, dude? What day does Final Fantasy 16 drop? I'm not sure if I should or not. I've seen some of it, but I don't know if it's my kind of game. Have you played ARPGs pretty often? Thursday? Are you gonna tell me 22nd? Ah. Are you gonna pull the trigger and stream it? Oh, my stream is actually breaking. It could be the internet. Let me see. They added to remove motion blur. Interesting. Let's see. Can I check this? How do I check this again? My bitrate is holding up. Is it a JRPG? I think the only ones are Soul games, or some must slip my mind now. Thank you for the shout out from Mr. Street Grind. Mr. Riz Grind himself. I hope you had an awesome weekend, sir. I'm sure a lot of people were in your DMs calling you Happy Father's Day. Being Daddy Grind. The man, the myth, the legend. At me 100%. I think we're good. We're still chopping. Let me try refreshing. See if my dashboard looks a bit more normal. Is it still red? Okay, now it's normal. Are you asking about Diablo? I'm asking you specifically, Broshiki, about Final Fantasy 16. But for Storm, I'm talking about Diablo. Sorry for the confusion. I should be more specific. But I was also ready to have multiple conversations at the same time. Oh, you wish? I mean, we already told you how you can make that happen. You don't even have to say I wish. I think if you did make that wish come true, you would immediately regret it in your real life, but you're done with Diablo for the day? Diablo's not done with you though. Let's see up here. Oh, did we really miss the one that's right here? That's crazy. ARPG, so after a story, it's a grind fest to get the best gear you can. Size. I feel like Street would end up giving to the dark side and not telling us. He'd probably tell like 1 or 2 people. It's like, but then he'll probably regret telling those people, and it'll spread the word of his new alternate alias as Riz Grind. And it wouldn't be Riz Grind because that's too obvious now. And then Street would be pulling in like 40k per week or something like that. A secret like that is hard to keep. Hey, some people like to be gatekeepers. I'll say that much too. Even if somebody within our your Twitch social circle found that out. Lux, thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I hope you're doing absolutely lovely. Did you end up finishing Last of Us? One of us would be shrimping online and see Riz in the streets grinding the sheets. It's great to see you, Lux. I hope you had an awesome weekend. If you do not know Lux, definitely check her out. She's absolutely lovely. She's absolutely lovely. Lux, you won't be going to TwitchCon EU, right? Hope you're well. I'm holding up. I'm alive. I'm kicking. I'm alive. I'm kicking. You're not going this year, sadly. Yeah, that is completely fine. It's completely fine. Just making sure in case. There's times where I end up going to one place and somebody's like, they tell me after, like a couple of weeks to months after, oh yeah, I went to X, Y, and Z. I was like, you mean we could have met? Alright, that's cool too. Because I know, Fox, there's a reason I didn't tell you. Yeah, that's cool too. That makes more sense. But yeah, I can understand that. Hopefully next year. Have you went to a previous one before, Lux? The ones that were in Amsterdam? When are you going to EU? It'll be like 4th of July. Evening time. I thought about going earlier, but then I was like, oh wait, I have to get a hotel for that Tuesday. It'll be interesting. You never been? Oh. I wonder, what would be another ideal place for TwitchCon to be at? Do you think they would go back to Europe, or I mean, they would do another in Europe? I'm not Europe. Do another in Paris, or go back to Amsterdam, or would they pick something completely different? Ghost Fox, thank you for a gifted sub to Lux. Lux, I hope you enjoy your Fox emotes, your taps, your concern. Whoa, all the loveliness. Got your ready emote ready. Thank you very much, Ghost Fox. Thanks for always spoiling me, keeping me young. You hope they go back to Amsterdam? I want an excuse to visit. I've never been to Amsterdam. I was looking forward to going if they hosted it this year, but I've never been to Paris before either, so I have granted they haven't had TwitchCon in this spot, but I lived in Germany for a short period when I was younger. Because of the time frame I visited Germany, it makes it difficult for me to donate blood. But Paris is in France, man. Enjoy them box emotes. It would have been easier for me to go to Amsterdam, although also not really, because I have to take the train there or hotel as well. Have you already gotten your hotel stuff situated, Storm? I know like 5 German words. Bro, Shiki, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Raised another undead today. Excellent specimen.
I scored a drop? A drop to what? They're not bad words. I think Lux would be able to tell me if they're bad words, right? I'm sharing a room and he already got a place, so it was easy for me. You're so lucky. So lucky. I feel like an absolute boof. I still have to figure out where I'm lodging in London. I need to ask advice for the natives over there. But they're gonna be like, well, I don't stay in a hotel. You're like, yeah, you're right. You don't. I did feel really lucky. It was pretty overall. Yep. Storm. Yep. It is overwhelming. And pricing went up quick too. Yep. It didn't help that there were some other events taking place in areas I was going to. So I was like, God dang it. Apparently I speak Bayernish accent. So even another language, I am Southern. That's interesting. But also, Lux, I know you just finished streaming. Even though you're on your night shift. I hope you have a nice post-stream. Thank you for raiding me. Continue to be awesome. Definitely check out Lux Lupus if you can. An absolute gem. Super interactive with her community and chat. If bread, butterfly, and ambulance are love words, you're absolutely correct. Oh, where Munich is. Oh. That does sound familiar. I probably should pop a potion at some point, huh? Oh yeah, here. There's a key. I forgot to post potions for a while. Wish I could talk Nier into going to Paris with me. I don't know if I'll visit the touristy spots though. I don't know if I have the willpower to sit in line for 2 years. I also have to battle my homebody syndrome. Yes, you Nier. Is there another Nier that you know of? Are you keeping secrets from me here? You holding out? You would have to convince the wifey? Is that all I had to do? Is that all I had to do?
I'm carrying too much.
Ray says I never invite him to any place, and I invited him to TwitchCon, Paris and Vegas, and he was like, F you. I was like, yeah, that's cool too.
Carrying too much.
I said, yeah, I guess that's a fair trade. She's not going to let me go overseas and let 2 young studs take over, especially a married one. You going to Vegas? Yeah. That's the goal. That is the goal. To go to Vegas. I'm heavy debating, which is also completely understandable. War sword. 15 more enemies? Oh, they're up there. I can't see your wife saying no to you if you asked her nicely. Herald is dead. Which one is that? Ha 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 ha. If anything, she would tag along, but we are planning to... Oh, you're going to Japan? Man, you're doing something I've always wanted. Actually, I just want to live there. If I'm honest. I just want to live there. Another dagger. Rapid fire. Debating on keeping that. Twisting blades. Replace. Nah. Huh. Ooh, resource generation is not bad. Well, I mean, it's the low roll of it. Eh. +3 ranks of dash versus +4 shadow step. It's kind of hard to say, oh yeah, I like ranks of dash more.
I can break that down.
Kind of hard to say no to that.
Unusual, but a good addition to my wares.
That's one way to experience Japan, just live there. You got 2 coworkers over there right now, and they keep posting about it. Ah, oops. What's their reason for being over there, Hoops? Are they just hanging out, visiting, or do they have loved ones over there? Family? I don't know, I've always been fascinated by Japan. When I got to junior high, there was a world geography in Japan. Yeah, too many things influenced my interest in Japan. Study abroad program. Oh, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Up, 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 up. Let's just say it got taken away from me since there were naughty pics in there. Beautiful ladies at that. Oh my god. They go to the same uni that I'm going to next semester. So I'm going to look into... Oh, please do, Hoops. Oh, that's awesome. I feel like... I wouldn't say that's something I regret. Because there's a lot of stuff I was just like completely interested in. Like immersed in, and I was like competitive frisbee in college. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, you know what, I'll do study abroad, because it was hard to have like an off time to invest in that. I had to make tough decisions. Tough decisions. Yeah, never be afraid to study abroad.
Look all you like.
Strike damage, imbued skill damage, damage injured, damage strike. You know what? But I'll lose out on critical strike chance. Lose out on critical strike chance. I want both damage and strike chance. Of course, resource generation is the priority. Oh, it's a sacred ring, so I'm not too sold on it. It just had my interest with all the other stuff, though.
Hail and well met, friend. Well, I would like that.
You get arrested in a different country and forced into hard labor. Or you die. One of the two. Jesus. Scaring Hooves out of it. Would you go to Japan, Hooves? Or would you go somewhere else? What's your top 3 places where you want to visit? Or is Japan the main spot?
Not in town. Oh, let's
I wonder how for me, I don't even know how I would justify studying abroad for Japan.
just the kick my scorpion one needs. Stuff's not for the faint of heart. As promised, your reward. My recipe for an antidote. If my wine knocks you out, here's the fix for the morning after.
Totes, you're really hard to pair. Did you know that? You're really hard to pair up. How can we compete with you? Ireland and Greece. Ireland and Greece. Why Ireland and Greece? I mean, that's all cool and stuff. All those curative elixirs. What's this?
I can't do that here.
Confirm, hard to pair. That's why I'm single. It's because you're too awesome, man. We can't compete with you. Can't compete with that. Oh yeah, 60 away from getting more max ovals, huh? You're getting sleepy? Ah, perfect. Perfect, Storm. Sleep tight, bud. I'm glad you were able to take some days off for yourself, and I'm sorry that your sleep schedule was foxed up, but I'm glad I got to catch up with you and see what you're up to. Take it easy, man. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Get tucked. Man, Mix, I've been having like the most unreasonable, but it feels lifelike type of dreams slash nightmares lately. And it's not even because like it's been super influenced by what I've watched recently. It's just like out of nowhere, it just like populates my brain. It's like, oh, by the way, have fun with this. You're like, oh, cool, I guess. It's been a fun time. Fun time.
I need more time.
Oh, we want... What do we want? You here? He almost had me. Oh, that guy came out of nowhere. I almost forgot how basic my horse still looks. Yeah, I see horses like that roaming around. You had an awful dream where I had a girlfriend who was nice and supporting, and another one where one of my friends was alive again, even though he's been dead for almost 10 years now. But yeah, I've been having. I did have one of those fairly recent. One of my floor mates who I would link up again and again with, passed a few years back. Sometimes I would wake up thinking he was still alive. Good dreams are the truest of nightmares. Because I had to wake up. Yeah. Yeah. Got that. Oh, okay, there's a waypoint here. I'd rather have my legs ripped off in dreams than have good dreams. Yeah, bro, Shiki. That's quite the statement. I had a couple of dreams where my grandpa was talking to me and telling me how proud he was. Oh man. Having a form of an Uncle Ben moment. Oh, this is also a PvP area. Of course it is. Of freaking course it is. Well, I gotta find my Lilith statues. for 15 points. All we need is 2 Lilith statues. One is what, right here-ish? Right here-ish? Somewhere over here. Can't even mention those dreams to my brother. That would destroy you. I've been having some dreams where like a solar flare just suddenly spawns like close to us within like not enough to like endanger the earth, but then it's replaced by a black hole, and then that ended up affecting us, and I'm just like, crap.